And we are live.
Yo.
Episode 78 of Menace and The Man.
So, one thing I've been thinking about is my last cameo I did. Like, they kind of wanted me to roast one of the guys. I'm like, man, we got to put that out there. If you hit up the Menace and The Man for a cameo, we will burn whoever you want burned. Like, to the ground. Burn the mother right down bad.
That's what you're going to start doing?
Oh, I have, when they're like, yo, roast my friend. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm digging in deep. It's like, I can crush motivational speeches, but I need the right setting. I need the lighting's got to be right. I got to be, mentally prepared to give it.
Yeah.
You know? I put a lot into my cameos.
I've seen you out there putting a lot into your cameos.
Not like I'm just like, hey, yo, Matt, what's up? Happy birthday, man. How's it going? I'm like, all right. But Matt, he lives in Arizona. What does he do? Okay, he wrestles. Okay. One time I got a hockey stick out. I fucking shot a goddamn hockey puck for a cameo for the dude. Like, look, don't put down the stick. Keep going.
You're going hard in the paint on your cameos.
Yeah.
That's what people like about you.
Yeah.
That's what people like about you. So I sent Chael the link. Chael should be joining us in a moment. You know who else?
Chael Sonnen.
I was trying Tatiana Suarez for this week, and she just I don't think she's good with phones. Period. Or she's just one of those, you know what I mean?
If you want, I could take it over, Stan.
Yeah. Well, no, I got her number, hit her up, and crickets. But she and then usually when I go back and forth with her on Instagram, it's usually a delayed response. No, delayed response.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of those. But yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's right. You meet certain people, you have a conversation with them, whatever. Maybe you exchange numbers, but you don't save everybody's number in your phone.
No, I've been running into that problem. I'll go.
And when they come up on your phone and it's not someone you have saved, you're like, I'll get back to them later.
How the fuck did you get my number?
Yeah, or I'll get back to them later, and you never do because they're not even saved in your phone. You're not gonna memorize their goddamn number.
This is true. But yeah, you know who else? We were just talking before we started about people that we need to get on, and we said Jason Ellis, Mayhem. We got to get your boy Kush on.
Oh yeah,
bro. You see the shit now. Conor McGregor is the number one contender at 170.
170.
Ali said so. Pretty much, I think negotiations went south with the Usman versus Masvidal fight is what I'm seeing. Apparently, Dana White, I don't know the truth to it, but Dana White came out, or a report came out that said that Dana White said that Usman said he wants $3.5 million guaranteed to fight during the quarantine. So he wants, I guess, $3.5 million guaranteed to fight Masvidal. So that fight's been off the table. Then you saw Dana saying, obviously, there was something else for something else for Masvidal on the table. Something interesting, as he put.
On the Menace and The Man show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's saying our stream is having trouble playing this video. Let me figure that out. But then, so now Ali came out and said, Conor McGregor, you want a title shot at 170? And so that's pretty much if Conor goes public and says yes, I think UFC is kind of forced there. No?
Yeah.
So
now, because if Conor fights, okay, we can guarantee you, it's easy to give you 3.5, but giving you 3.5 against Masvidal.
Yeah.
Won't be as easy.
I think
we won't make as much profit.
Being the UFC. I think I think that fight makes money though. I think Masvidal is right now a moneymaker, and then I'm seeing people kind of throw shade at what's his name, Usman, and say I saw Malky Kawa, Abraham Kawa say, when's the last champion you can remember that couldn't draw money? And I'm assuming they're talking about Usman.
What?
Yeah, they're saying he can't draw money.
He's always the main event when he fights, right?
Yeah, but then the question is, do those pay-per-views sell? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like, the thing is like, I feel like the UFC can make you a seller.
Yeah, but at the same time, if people aren't buying the pay-per-views, even when they try, then I think,
Usman's not a boring fighter.
no, not at all. Let me see. For some reason, it's not even letting me adjust the key right now.
Just what key?
All right, hold on.
I don't know what you're talking about. But.
Up.
So another person I want to get in the show, sorry, excuse my yawn, is Ross Pearson.
Hold on. I'm adjusting some shit. We got Chael in our waiting room right now.
You got Chael in the waiting room?
Yeah, but I got to get the stream back up. Give me a second.
Oh, Lord. What are you on Facebook?
Yep.
Why don't you fuck Facebook?
Oh, my God. Why is this thing being such a dick right now?
You go back to Twitch.
Bro. This thing's being a real douchebag right now.
Oh, if you blow this, Chael will never come back on our show.
Yeah, well.
If you blow this right now, if you say, hey, Chael, I know we told you 5. I know we told you 5:15, and now, hey, gotta cancel on you.
Bro, so you tell me, what do I do right now? It will not pick the stream back up.
I have no idea. I'm more of a Twitch guy.
Are you? All right, there we go. Now it's back up.
Are we live?
We are live, yeah.
Now, are you going to be able to take what we just said before and...
Yeah, piece it all together and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Chael Sonnen, welcome back to Menace and The Man.
Is he in?
Yeah, it says
What up, dudes?
connecting audio.
What's up, man?
You look like you're in the lab right now, Chael.
Yeah, I went upstairs. I got the kids downstairs behaving like maniacs.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Love it.
It's the way it goes, right?
Yeah, well, you got it, like, in my head, like, I like when, you know, I have, like, my lady over, whatever, like, or my dad's like, your kids are being wild. But, like, listen, they need a window to be wild. But
Yeah.
if you have them act like saints all the time, it's not real.
What kind of life is that? I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, Chael said one of the best lines last time he was on. He's like, I got 2 little terrorists at home. And all they do all they do is break shit.
Every day. Every day they break something. Every single day. I gotta come home and fix something.
But you have a girl, right?
Yeah. We haven't started. Have we started? Am I being out of character?
No. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, we're live right now, so you can go do whatever you want.
Oh. By the way, Dennis, I must tell you, that's a fantastic haircut you got. I hope you tipped that guy. You're looking great, buddy.
My lady did it.
Did she?
Yeah, I pay her with kisses.
What do you mean, by the way? What do you mean, do I got a girl? I'm a very handsome man. Of course I have a girl, okay? All right. Always.
That's a quarantine cut right there.
No, I'm talking about a daughter. You silly goose.
Oh, my God. I'm embarrassed. I have a daughter and a son, yes.
Yeah.
And a super
you were talking about your
I
kids
thought that's
breaking
what you were-
things.
Yeah, she breaks stuff, you know, but it's really weird stuff. That's like she'll get on her hands and knees, and then she'll like the door stopper that goes ding, ding, ding. She'll like pull that off the wall, like stuff like this. Like, God, hadn't even thought of that. Would have locked it up. Hadn't thought of that one.
Now, are you handy? Like, you're able to fix anything they break?
I can fix most of it. Yeah. I grew up in construction, so yeah. I mean, I could probably build a house if I needed to. Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing with Stan, not the Menace.
Yeah.
Well, I could, but just it will work. It just won't be awesome.
Sure. Might
Yeah.
not look right. And aesthetics are important.
Yeah, I'm really bad with that.
Menace would make like a good site foreman or something, though. He's good for like motivation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, he can crack the whip. I agree with you on that.
Keep
Yeah.
going, fix that. No, not like that. Where's your tools? You need lunch? I'm good there.
Oh,
Boom, hired.
He's very good with the lunch. Like whenever I've done work with him, that's the number one thing. Every 5 minutes, you want to eat? You hungry? You ready to go? What do you need? He's good with that.
All my guys are fed, beer, whatever they need, water. Got them.
So what are you guys talking about over here today? What do you think about this Masvidal business? Masvidal and Usman aren't going to fight? That can't be right. That sounds weird.
That's what we were just talking about. Then we had a little technical difficulty, but we figured that out. But yeah, I don't know. Did you see the report, Chael? Dana supposedly said that Usman said he wants $3.5 million guaranteed.
Well, I did not see that Dana came out and said that number. That's a little lofty.
Yeah, that's what he wants guaranteed to fight during the quarantine. And then I saw one of your posts, because I'm obviously subscribed to the Bad Guy Inc., Chael Sonnen. Conor McGregor's the number one contender right now, by default.
Sure. I agree with that. I mean, Conor did dip his toe into that weight class. He beat Cowboy. Cowboy was ranked in the top 10 at the time. It took him 20 seconds. I mean, it's hard to act like Conor's not in there somewhere. And then when you start moving the other pieces out of the board, you got Leon Edwards can't get into the country. You got Tyron Woodley is busy this weekend with Gilbert Burns. You've got Masvidal saying no to the number one contendership, rumored to be going after Diaz. Colby Covington is – I just haven't heard what's – I don't know if he's sick or hurt or waiting for somebody. I mean, just by process of elimination, Conor starts to look better and better.
Yeah, and I have constant alerts. I had an alert yesterday that said Colby Covington is actually off of the American Top Team roster.
I heard that too. I hope that isn't true. I didn't follow up with him to find out, but I tend to think where there's smoke, there's fire. In this sport, there always is. Whenever you hear a rumor, it's usually a report. It turns out to be true. And that would be a tough one because he's in Florida. I don't know how much his roots are in Florida, if he's seeing a gal, by example, something along these lines, but he can't go over to the Black Zillions. That's Kamaru's team. And so then it comes to, where are you going to go? Is he going to go out to Colorado? Some great teams out there. Is he going to come back home? Join back up with us. I don't know. But I am curious about that. When you lose a gym and you got a new environment, it's a big deal.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing a lot of people say is that's what they think is the fit's going to be right back there in Oregon.
Yeah. No, we'll see. I mean, that might be the answer. There's some good guys out here. Austin Vanderford comes to mind. I mean, there's similar weight classes. I know Chris Weidman and Ally Quinn took to social media and invited him to come join Longo Serra, so maybe he'll look around a little bit. One thing about Colby, he is not afraid to get in his car and drive. I mean, that guy did that in college. He went to junior college in Iowa, then he came back to finish up at Oregon State, jumped right in the car, and headed out to Florida for his MMA career. So he's not afraid to pack up and move. That's something that would bother me. I kind of like to be in the same place. It doesn't bother him. That's exciting for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing where he's going, but I look forward to hearing the drama behind it as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't think Long Island would be an awful fit for Colby.
I agree. The guys that they got on that team right now, man, they got a close-knit group. They got a lot of knowledge, a lot of connections.
Oh, yeah.
And they would all gain from it.
I'd worry about size, though. There's not, like we saw it with LaFleur when LaFleur had to go to Florida to get his rounds in. There's not a lot of 170s. There's pretty much Weidman at 185, but Weidman can go with like 205ers and heavyweights. So Colby'd be the big guy.
Yeah, he might have to bring somebody in. Then if my memory is correct, he and Matt Serra have some heat, but maybe those guys worked it out. I don't know. I'm just saying, if you got a free agent like Colby Covington that's looking for a home and you're running a gym, I would think you would want to reach out.
Yeah.
It's easy to get some heat with Matt Serra, though.
Yeah, that's real easy, right? Yeah. You insult Matt, he's coming back at you. Don't make any mistake about that.
I know Matt in passing. I went up to him one time at an event. I was like, I do the show with Bermudez. We got to get you on the show. He was like, all right, cool. So then I was like, how about Tuesday? He was like, whoa. I didn't say I was coming on yet. How about this? And he got like an attitude. He's like, you tell Bermudez to hit me up, and then I'll come on the show. Then he went up to Dennis and was like, yo, your boy. You got to check your boy.
Yo, you got to check your boy. He comes up to me, says I do a show. You got to come on Tuesday. He's like, whoa. And I was like, Because I'll tell you what, Stan, sometimes he gets a few bases going.
Yeah.
And he can come off like a little more aggressive,
But that's what Stan's got to do. I mean, if you're booking guests, you got to make that ask, right? You know what? I've invited Serra on my show a couple times. He won't even respond. I've known him over a decade. He won't even respond.
Really?
I've gone on his show twice, and both times that he asked, I get back to him like that, trying to set an example for him. Nothing. Radio silent, almost like he's got my phone number blocked. It's actually kind of funny. I hope he continues to ignore me just so I can continue to tell this story.
Well, we have a segment because sometimes, like we've been going back and forth with Gregor, getting Gregor on. He came on one time on the phone. He had to go.
We tricked him.
Quick, but we'll end the episode like, all right, and we didn't have time for Gregor. We'll get him next time, and we're ending every show with that.
That's great.
Yeah, like I got it. Matt Damon or Jimmy Kimmel did it to Matt Damon is where it comes from. You ever see that, Chael?
No, I don't see that one. Those guys got a funny relationship, though.
Well, he did like 50 episodes, and at the end of every episode, he was like, everybody, sorry, Matt Damon, we ran out of time, maybe next week. And he ended like 50 episodes. Then one episode, Matt Damon showed up and was like, why do you keep doing this? Every week, why are you doing this to me?
That's funny. That's funny. Look, if there's ever proof that if you dream of being on TV and anybody can make it, it's Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, yeah. He's Hollywood, that guy.
What's his story?
The guy's got a face for radio, and he's anything but funny, and he's got his own comedy show. I mean, in all due respect, whatever his mother had to do or what he had to do behind the scenes, my goodness, he got it done, didn't he?
I mean, you have your talk show, but I could see you doing something like that, like some late-night comedy TV.
Jimmy Kimmel I think you could see anybody doing it. I got a horse. My neighbor's horse could go do it.
Yeah, but I could see Late Night with Chael Sonnen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, we got to talk to NBC and ABC about that one. But
I don't think so. I mean, if Matt Damon can get past their low rent security, why don't we just go bump the set and tell Jimmy he's off tonight? It seems like that door's a little bit open, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, and our whole thing is, what's he going to do? Beat us up?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if Matt Damon could slip past them, yeah, I think that Bermudez and Chael will probably be on that couch.
Oh, we'll slide right in there.
Oh, we should.
Hey, Jimmy, take the night. Take your shoes for a walk, Jimmy. Go out and get yourself a tattoo. Make it a night to remember. We got this one.
We should work on this. So what we were talking about before we went into the Colby, Matt Damon.
No one knows. No one knows what we were talking about. This is the show about nothing. Look how far Seinfeld got with it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what this show is. So, like, the way you make those great segments, and you'll have, like, a 5-minute block where you're talking about one thing, me and Dennis try so hard to make those. Like, we'll spend 5 minutes talking about Khabib Gaethje, and then we go off, and then before you know it, we're talking about
zebras in Australia.
It always takes you in some other direction. Well, 170, I'll tell you, I mean, we were kind of talking about 170, but that is a lot of moving doors right now. Is Conor the number one contender? I understand the people that's going to say he's not, but if you listen to the logic of how he became the number one, I mean, there's an argument that whether you like it or not, there's still a discussion. And I'll tell you what else. Hey, Dennis, are you following this Gilbert Burns guy? And the reason I say that is he's won 7 of his last 8 over 2 different weight classes, and a lot of people don't know who he is. That's a hard fight for anybody. I think that this fight with he and Tyron is a lot more competitive than maybe the odds makers know.
Oh, yeah. Dorino's, he's a regular on the show, Dorino.
Gilbert is one of my boys. I was training with him, I don't know, 6 years ago. I was going down to Black Zillions, and he was actually like, holy shit, man. Because I actually knew about Gilbert before Gilbert knew about me. And he was like, dude, his ground pound, I couldn't submit him to talk about me. Like, my pressure against the wall. And then he was still, his stand-up was still a little, it was just very, very wild. But it was very scary. I was just like, bang, And then I've just watched him progress over these fights. I'm like, holy shit. So the UFC did a promo today. I wrote goosebumps. I'm like, dude, because that's all very real. He's a problem everywhere.
Oh, yeah. No, this guy can squabble. And a lot of people, when you're Tyron Woodley and you're this big star, you're champion of the world, people expect a lot of things for you. It's a very unfair situation as far as your approach goes. And it seems that I keep reading things like, Tyron should win this. Who's Gilbert Burns? Like, no, man, you guys don't know who Gilbert Burns is. That's on you. If you're not paying attention to a guy that won 7 of his last 8, that's on you.
Yeah. And it's not like he's winning them like decisions. He's knocking people out. He's submitting them. He's taking people down. He's tapping or he's knocking out the best grapplers. And he's knocking out some of the best strikers.
Yep.
Oh, and even
people. It's going to be a problem.
Like he knocked out Damian Maia, and then everyone's now going, oh, Damian Maia's old. Damian Maia had his back in that fight. Gilbert got out. Gilbert scrambled twice and got out of the situation that everyone else was done in. Everyone else was checkmate there.
Yeah, all in the first round. I mean, these are all talking points. Tyron Woodley is something very special, but I think the talking points are relevant. Look, this is a short notice fight. This is a 5-round fight. Tyron hasn't been in there in a period of time. I want to say it's a year, roughly, maybe even a little bit more. Was it March of last year or May? But, I mean, you get my point, right around a year. And then you look at Gilbert. This guy's gone through 3 or 4 training camps, plus he's secretly doing grappling events every chance he gets. I mean, this guy shakes hands and competes under the lights 5 and 6 times a year. He's a very active guy.
Yeah. Stan, what do we got in the odds on that fight?
I think it's close, but I think Woodley's a favorite. I'll double check it right now.
I like Gilbert all day because, like, you know, Tyron he's a fucking amazing athlete, but I think he has his hands on a lot of different things. Age isn't on his side, whereas Gilbert Burns has just been like going, grappling here. You know, Tyron's doing a movie here, a rap song here, an appearance here. Gilbert's hungry, man. What? Hang on. Every time someone pulls out, he's the first guy. Put me in. I'm ready. I'll come right now.
Yep. And particularly, Dennis, him changing weight classes has really allowed him to mean that. Like, you know, when he doesn't have to beat the scale, it's like, I'm ready. He's never not grappling somewhere or fighting somewhere. He's got something going every single month. The guy's really incredible. They're also very similar. You know, you've got Gilbert, who's a world medalist in Abu Dhabi for grappling. But Tyron was a 2-time All-American in wrestling, but they both like to come right here. And Tyron's a little bit more exact, and I think that Gilbert does qualify, as you were saying, Dennis, is a little loopy. But if but you got power, who gives a damn? Those are the hardest guys to fight. Guys that are throwing stuff at angles you're not used to, but they got power. Those guys are a problem, man. Gilbert's a problem.
Yeah, they got Woodley as the favorite, 180. So
that's close. That's fairly close.
Burns is a plus 155 underdog.
Because the thing is Tyron's going to have to meet, because Gilbert's going to come forward. I can see Gilbert or Woodley kind of backing up, waiting for his shot.
But they're going to be in the small octagon, too.
Oh, that's right.
That helps Gilbert out, I think.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Woodley enough that you know Woodley's game plan. Woodley does that. Woodley's a counter puncher. He does that circling, and he just tries to like load up that right hand, that little 3-piece combination he throws. Gilbert's probably going to be stalking him in this fight.
Yeah, but Gilbert's not going to take him down. I don't think he takes him down like, hey, high crotch takedown. I don't think that's a real thing.
No.
He'd have to get him loopy and then, you know, something like that. I don't think he can just grab him and throw him down, which is why Tyron was a champion in the first place.
And I've read a lot of people saying they really think that Gilbert's going to submit him and submit him fast. I think that's a stretch. You know, I mean, Tyron hasn't even been close to being submitted. Damian Maia never even got close. He really knows those positions, understands them well. So I think it comes down, I mean, I'm just making a prediction, but I think the intangibles do matter. I think the fact that it's a 5-round fight and Tyron's been out there has not been in there for a little bit. But also remind you, Tyron does some of his best work when he's the underdog. And Dennis, as you know, there's something about that approach in athletes. Some athletes want to be the big favorite and everybody believes them, but some other athletes want to stick it to everybody, and they love when there's no pressure on them. You can look at Tyron's career, underdog against Wonder Boy, underdog the second time against Underboy, underdog against Maia, 2.5 to 1 underdog against Till. You remember the hype that Till was coming in with? Those were his best fights. He actually went into the Usman fight as a favorite. Kind of affected his approach.
And I think also that was Usman's coming out party, though, that fight.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, it's way easier. We talk about this all the time for Gilbert to get ready to fight Woodley than it is for Woodley to prepare for Gilbert. You know what I mean? In terms of, like stats and, like, ranking and, you know, Woodley's already been the champion.
Sure.
You know, so it's... And nobody knows who Gilbert is. So it's just like, man, I've been watching Woodley for a very long time, and now he's right in front of me where, you know, Burns probably wasn't even on Woodley's radar for some time.
Yeah, no, Burns is the dark horse. I mean, Burns' whole life can change, you know, and for however long it changes. Right, it's just a window, but I mean, his whole trajectory is going to be different if he gets to jump on Tyron. I don't even know that I'm willing to predict that he's going to. I'm just sharing with you. He can, and it surprises me how few people realize he can. Gilbert Burns is fantastic, but for some reason is still breaking through in terms of name recognition.
Yeah.
You know what? You know how we pick fights here, Chael?
Tell me.
Have you been on the show yet? All right, we're going with
I
you.
thought you were show, but not for the prediction part.
No, I'm saying that's how we pick fights. So if you've been on Menace and the Man, we're going with you.
We're rocking with you.
Respect. I love it. It's as good a system as any.
Yeah, like Woodley too. Menace has hit up Woodley, and it'll be like a conversation. So something that guys do sometimes, they'll entertain the conversation of like, oh, what's up? Hey, but back and forth. And then you go, hey, you want to come on the show? Flatlines. Crickets.
Sure.
Then, Chael, you know what I do? I do the cricket emojis, 3 of them. And hang on, and you get responses off the cricket emojis.
Sure.
You know?
Well, hey, I mean, look, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink, Dennis. So many fighters need to go out. They need to get their name out. They need to come on great shows like this one that have a big platform, a big audience, but they don't want to do it. And for whatever reason, okay, fair enough. But your placement on the card is going to be directly related to how much media you did. That's just the truth. But it's your career. Do it your way.
Right. That's what you've always done. Is every audio or any interview you could do, you've always done them.
Always do it. Hey, by the way, what do you got in the background there? Is that like cereal? What is stacked up? I'm trying to figure that out. It looks like ice cream, but there's no way it's ice cream.
By Gfuel.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah, Gfuel got a little caricature, and then the Guinness Book of World Records.
Respect for what?
I got the fastest time to drink 1 liter of lemon juice through a straw.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah.
And what was that time?
We got 22.75 seconds.
Wow, good job. I mean, that's a real accomplishment.
I really wish Doc ran with that. We marketed that and got me more stuff, but it's tough.
That's cool. I'm glad I asked.
It's one of the funniest videos involving an MMA fighter that you can watch. So the company behind him is Gfuel, one of our sponsors. It's like an energy drink or whatever. It's in the gaming community. They used to be in UFC and whatnot. They put on this lemon juice contest, and now they bought. How big is Furious Pete? Menace.
He's a big YouTube star.
I'm talking
He's got like
physically
6 million YouTube followers or subscribers, and then they brought in 2 different gamers who had, I don't know, between the 2 of them like 10 million followers, and it was me and Brittany Palmer. And we did like this I don't know, scavenger hunt around New York City. At the end, Furious Pete, he has like 10 Guinness Book World Records. So anything he tells them they're gonna do, Guinness Book of World Records shows up. They have the suits on. It's all official. So like, hey, you guys want to be in? I'm like, I'll take a few sips, spit it on the guy next to me, it'd be funny. And then the guy did a countdown. I was like, oh. Here we go. Let's do it. Because there was there, not with my name on it, but it was in the room.
Sure.
So I'm like, so I fucking hit it hard. I finish. I lift like in like a solo cup. There's the that little like rim in the bottom.
Yep.
That had lemon juice in it. So he's like, sorry, I can't accept this. And I was like, what? So I knew I could do it because I did that one in 20 seconds. So I'm like. Well, he's like, you could retry if you want. I was like, how much time? I was like, an hour? No. I'm like, fuck. So I went, I was like, do I throw up? What do I do to try and get ready for the second attempt? So after 20 minutes, I get back up, suck it down in 22 and a half seconds. The other guy tried it. He gave up, quits. I got the fucking certificate because I'm like, there it is. It's right there. I need that. As a kid, when you saw the Guinness Book of World Records, you're like, oh, I can do one thing in there.
Sure.
Right? And I was just the right place, right time, and I fucking wasn't going to drop the opportunity. Just like Eminem.
So that little rim in the red solo cup cost you 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, even Menace, I was saying, how big is Furious Pete physically?
He's got to be like 230.
Yeah, he's a big boy. So like when
a big bodybuilding / competitive eater.
Everyone there was like, what the fuck? How did Dennis win? Like, how did Dennis beat you? And then it was just Menace's professional athlete gameness that was like, no, I'm winning this. I'm taking that trophy.
Mental toughness. All right, guys, I got to switch gears. I want your opinions here. What do you guys make of Henry Cejudo? I did not think that retirement was sincere, but now he's been stripped and they're moving on. I guess he meant it.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think it's kind of like, when you see Diaz brothers, GSP getting all this attention, they haven't entered the octagon in years. I think think it's like in that realm. He could sit back for 3 years, and he'll always be in the topic of like new champion. But could he beat Henry? And Henry say, "Hey, I mean, you could try, but it's going to cost you $5 million."
Sure.
You know?
No, I guess. I mean, there's something to be said for that. Some of those guys, you are right. They're still very attractive for sponsorships and signings and some other stuff. Life's a little bit easier. I just didn't think he meant it. You know, he said it. Henry just strikes me as a guy, you know, don't forget about the Olympic championship. Then he's got the 2 MMA world championships. He just strikes me as the guy that when he leaves, it's not in an empty arena. It's going to be in a sold-out crowd with tears in his eyes and people patting him on the back. I mean, that's what he deserves, right? He does deserve that standing ovation, even if it's for 10 seconds, but his body of work is flat amazing. I just didn't know he meant it. I guess he means it.
Well, there's that boxer. What's it, Rodriguez? Is that his last name, Stan?
Ryan Garcia.
Oh, Garcia.
Yeah, he was calling Henry out a little bit. Alex Volkanovski's calling Henry out a little bit. And then
I think Henry started that one, though. I think Henry went after Alex first, if I remember that timeline right.
Yes,
I
but
think Alex was the responder, yeah.
Alex has entertained it. They've been going back and forth for a minute.
Now, what about this mid-card boxer that Dennis didn't even have his name? You just said it, and I don't even know his name. And I follow boxing. I mean, that guy, could he draw flies? Is that a real fight within that community?
I did not know who he was either, and I'm a big boxing fan. Then I looked at him. He's got like 6 million followers. So, yeah,
Okay.
he must be.
I've seen the name before. I've seen the face before.
I think he's the next in line face of, I think, Mexico. So he's in the mix.
Canelo Jr., I would say, right?
Something like that.
Young guy? 20, 21, young guy?
21, I believe. Yeah, he's young.
Okay.
He's like 20-0, 17 knockouts, 21-0, 17 knockouts, something like that. So he's legit. It could be, but I was saying to Menace last week, it's not going to be Floyd Conor. It's not going to be that level of money, that level of breaking the internet and media and whatnot, but it would be something. But it's not a good fight for, if they're doing MMA, all day, Henry Cejudo. It's not a good boxing match for Henry Cejudo.
Sure. Maybe they can get on an undercard with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's good for business, apparently. I hear good things about his numbers over there.
Well, yeah, he was actually training at Alpha Male, I heard. And I think he's actually like a state champ in wrestling.
Oh, was he in wrestling?
I think I heard.
I don't know about his. He was in the state tournament. He was a good wrestler. That's what I've heard. I don't know about state champ.
Right?
I think Ohio or Iowa, somewhere in the Midwest.
Well, all those states are all, if you're placing in that state, you're a good wrestler, or you can compete. You're an athlete for sure.
And then
YouTube took off for him.
Funny you use that word, Dennis, because I got to give Paul actually props on that too. He did go out. You could see some athleticism, and you could also see some grit. You could see he prepared and took it seriously. I saw that too. People can tease him all they want because they're jealous of the numbers he brought in. I saw a good athlete that was trying to win. I mean, that's what I saw.
You ever see the video of him training with Paulo Costa?
I didn't see that. Didn't Paulo knock him out? I want to say I read like
that was, I think, scripted. But yeah, that's what happened when they were striking. But when they were grappling, he was scrambling with Paulo Costa.
Really?
Who's top?
I watched him
3 in the world.
I watched him do an MMA fight. It was more of like a sparring pace, but with AJ Agazarm, and AJ won. But AJ had to work. It was a lot more effort than I think AJ knew he was going to have to put in.
Yeah, he's a big physical athlete, and I think he was a solid wrestler. So, yeah, he could translate.
Logan Paul's a bigger dude, right?
Yeah.
170 minimum?
Yeah.
I think so.
When he fought in boxing, he fought at cruiserweight, which is like 190, I believe, or 200.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude.
Yeah, so he's a big boy.
And if he's strong, fit,
And I
mean, with the money that man's made off YouTube, he can get the best of the best to train him.
Sure. I thought you were going to say the best of the best supplements, but yeah, either way, yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, that too. I think him and his brother had Shannon Briggs training them.
Okay.
Yeah. I've heard you speak.
Is Mike Tyson fighting?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You know what? I hope so. I'm actually into it. I've heard everything Dana said about, these older guys, and I think we learned a lot from Chuck and Tito, and it's not going to be pretty and all of that stuff.
When Mike Tyson does something, though, I watch. I mean, he's put out 3 training videos that I've seen. The longest one was 11 seconds. One was 8 seconds, and one was 5 seconds. I wish it would have been 11 minutes, 8 minutes, and 5. I was so sad when it was over. There's something about him for me that is compelling. If he's doing something, I'm watching.
Yeah. And because I saw those same clips, and then I saw Holyfield like doing something. I was like, I don't know, Holyfield, don't do it. If
Right, don't do it. I agree.
Combinations, they're sleeping.
Yes. Evander did not look good. And there's something about these old boxers too, Dennis. I don't know what it is, but every time they shadow box, everything's right here. Like they throw an uppercut from here, but they throw their hook from here, and they throw their jab. Like they never extend, and I have no idea why. I always watch them, and they're just right. Like Holyfield's running and doing a hook. And doing, like, Evander, you're going to have to get that arm out there just a little bit. And I don't know what that is. I don't even know what kind of observation that is on my part, other than every time I watch those, for some reason, they're right. They can't do any more effort than, I don't know if it's a tendon issue, coincidence, I don't know. But that's one takeaway that I had from watching those two guys.
Now, you're saying this, I'm just thinking of this just now. You know how like in wrestling we would extend really far for the high crotches because the leg might be going? It's like, if you hit this as hard as you can, it's going to do that.
Sure.
If you go like this, it's going to do that. So maybe that's what we were fucking up, is we were throwing them this, so we were actually fighting. It's like,
yeah, these guys won world titles. Maybe we're learning something, that this is all you need to do in shadow box. I don't know, but I'm just telling you, guys, that's what they're doing.
Yes. I mean, Tyson looks good for 53, but I don't think he should. I mean, do I want to see him do it? Sure. I don't think he should fight Shannon Briggs or someone like that. Like I was looking at it. Tyson hasn't fought since like 2005. Shannon Briggs was fighting like 3 years ago and winning fights. I didn't know that. And winning fights.
Because Shannon's the same age, though, isn't he? I mean, Shannon looks like a Greek god carved out of stone, but I think he's 53 years old, too, isn't he? I want to say, I just looked that up. I think they're the same age.
No, I think Shannon's a little younger.
Okay.
And like Shannon was fighting heavyweights, like not the top of the food chain, but he was fighting competent heavyweights 3 or 4 years ago. I remember when Tyson was last fighting, he was done, checked out. He was getting beat by the journeyman.
Sure.
The journeymen were taking what he had and outboxing him. And then he would find a way out. Like he would let them lean on him. He would sit down and then all of a sudden go back to the corner, end of the round. They'd call the fight in between rounds. That's where Tyson's career was at that point.
And then we got, Chael, do we have Sugg this weekend?
Yes, this weekend. Craig Jones returns. Craig Jones is taking on Wagner Rocha. It's actually a rematch, and Wagner won it. Craig Jones wants to get this one back.
Ooh.
And I only tell you that, Dennis, because Craig Jones is running through everybody so fast, so easy. He's barely breaking a sweat in there. I feel like I have to compel you to tune in and watch him. The fact that he's taken on somebody who beat him before, I mean, that's meaningful. There's not a lot of guys walking this planet that can say they got the best of Craig Jones. Wagner Rocha did.
And he's a modest dude, too. We had him on the show, and he was like, yeah, best. Gordon Ryan messes me up.
You need him to talk a little bit, right? Like, come on, Craig, I need more. He's a handsome dude. He's got a great story. He's great at his skill set. It's like, Craig, come on. I need a little more.
Yeah. We squeezed them pretty good. I think we can get more of them, though, right, Stan?
Yeah, but no, he was great. He was one of my favorite guests to be on the show. He actually opened up more than I've seen him in other interviews.
Good. Yeah. I'll have to go back and watch that. Yeah, he's a talented. I mean, my goodness, he's the best. Period. He's the best. That card's loaded though. We got Austin Vanderford. He's taking on Gabriel Checo, and Gabriel just came off a real like a 1 minute win, submission win over Jake Ellenberger. And we also have, here's one, Dennis, that I think you will like. But Jake Shields is going to take on former Bellator champion Brent Primus. And Primus has never entered submission underground, but he is an ace. He's an Eddie Bravo, 10th Planet, Fabiano Schurner, black belt, very, very good on the ground. That's a fun match.
Yes.
Jake Shields been competing a lot, right?
Yeah, Jake Shields is a handful still. He's just got that iron will. Dennis, have you ever worked out with him? You ever rolled with Jake?
I haven't. I mean, I went boating with him one time, had a couple beers with him, but I never actually grappled with him.
I will say the same thing behind his back that I say about you behind your back, which is this guy is going to try to beat you the entire time. There is no point in this fight where Dennis is going to back down. There is no point you're going to talk Jake Shields out of trying to win. And the same could be said for Brent Primus, man. He's just one of those competitors. He's coming to win.
Yeah, this is a stacked card here. And even Austin Vanderford, that guy I think is like one of the sleepers. Like I'd love to see him in the UFC, but he's in Bellator. I think that guy's a future champion.
Last two fights were against black belts, high-level black belts. He tapped them both out. He is a purple belt, just by example, but he just loves to compete. Can't get him to say no, won't turn down an opponent. He wants to take on Craig Jones. I'll tell you, he is not ready for Craig Jones, and his coach, fortunately, will not let him go take on Craig, but that's where his mind is. That's what he wants. The harder, the better. Bring it on. Win or lose, I'm in.
Dude, I remember my third time ever training. I went with, like, a group of upstate guys to another gym, and then the owner of the gym was like, yeah, I'll go with this guy. And I was like, all right. So I'm going with the guy, and he tapped me. I was like, all right. So then I didn't know ankle lock. I put him in the Ken Shamrock ankle lock.
Sure.
I was just like tweaking, and I didn't get the tap. I think he might have tapped, but I wasn't welcome back again.
Okay. You went a little hard. He's like, you got to
This guy comes in my gym. He's doing backflips. He's, like, what?
Years later, he regretted that. Years later, he regretted making that decision, but I get it.
Yes. We actually have a funny Austin Vanderford story, too. Austin Vanderford is the lost episode of Menace and the Man.
What happened?
We didn't know.
Dan was in charge.
Yeah, we didn't know how to work our equipment fully yet. It was like our first traveling show, so the audio wasn't picking up. We had the most amazing interview with Austin. We had Austin open up. We had a cameo from Paige Van Zandt. We had, like, so many great stories. And then, like, 47 minutes in, we go, wait, I don't think it picked up any of the audio. I hit a button. We then get, like, 4 minutes with Austin. And now, you ever see that meme with, I think it's Spice Adams, where he's just shooting shots and missing?
Sure.
That's been us trying to get Austin back on. Just missed shots.
Oh, you know what? I got to shoot the shot, Stan. I've been letting, because hang on, Chael, me and Austin had this, like, real, like, organic bromance. It was weird. I'm like, are we friends? You want to come over and sleep over, dude? His lady hops in. We had an awesome time. And then Stan lost it. I almost choked Stan.
He is the coolest dude to talk to. Like, he has a different outlook on everything. As rough and tumble as he looks and as rough and tumble as this profession he chose, he is the most calmest, nicest. He's a thinker. She's awesome, too. I don't know how well you know. Paige is so fun and bubbly, and she plays a little bit online. She gets everybody working. She is one of the great teammates I have ever had. Paige comes in the room. Even on days she can't train, she's been hurt for a little bit. She never misses practice. She encourages everybody. She's got a smile, a hello, a goodbye. She's the best.
Yeah. We had like gold. So I listened to all the interviews. I listened to Chael's show. I listened to Helwani. I listened to everything. We were the first show where they called him Mr. Van Zandt. But we didn't. Nice. We did not record it. So I was like, oh, I can't believe we lost that. We had
no credit.
Yeah, no credit. We gotta
get him back on. I had the so how'd you guys meet? The whole,
We had Paige. Paige was like, I was his sugar mama for a little while, but now he's starting to add some money to the bank. Like, we had gold. Didn't record it. But we'll get that one back.
I'm gonna get it back for you, Chael.
No, I hope you do. And look, I can understand why he's blowing you off. I mean, right? You work hard and it doesn't get out there. But, yeah, he's great, man. I'm glad you guys had a good reaction for him.
I'm going to reach out to him after this episode.
Well, then we had him. He was coming on another time, but Menace had something, maybe work or something. I think it was maybe when you had that party that time. We canceled the episode. So I was like, all right, Austin, sorry, we're not going to go tonight. And now since then, it's been a game of phone tag. But Chael knows how it is.
Get him back. Get Paige back in there, too. Paige is a great interview.
Oh, yeah. They were singing Chael's praises, too. They were like, I was like, what's your relationship with Chael? He was like, oh, that's like my uncle. That's Uncle Chael.
That's very sweet. I really appreciate that they said that about me, because I look at it the same way, man. I mean, we got a good team out here. I got to tell you, Dennis, you've probably been mainly part of really good teams, but maybe over the years you had some teams where people just weren't getting along. This team out here in Oregon, man, they get along really well, get some good opportunities, too. I think we got 5 guys signed with Bellator and 3 through the UFC, so there's opportunities. And that makes a gym excited, right? When somebody's getting ready for something, now you get to be part of it, and it keeps the motivation high.
The best.
Some
of my own best training camps is when I was already helping somebody get ready for a training camp, and then I was just in shape, and it was like, you want to fight? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Why not? Hey, by the way, give me some scoop. Have you guys talked to Gillespie lately, Gregor?
He's been fishing. He's got a girlfriend.
Nice.
He says, he promises it's not, making him soft.
Sure.
What
we all say, sure.
He's I think this quarantine, he's just been upstate in Rochester just fishing. I don't think, because, for him to do private lessons and stuff like that, he crushes. He makes probably over 6 figures in private lessons on Long Island.
I've heard that. For wrestling. Purely wrestling.
Yeah, just wrestling. Not even touching MMA. So not being able to do that, I didn't think he just he isn't Long Island isn't his he doesn't love it here. It's not really, he likes to I don't know. He likes to, like I said, fish and get on his road bike and go for long trips. Long Island's just, the only thing here for him is money and good training partners,
Sure. So but speaking of MMA, do you have any insight, man? Have they called him? Is he called the organization? Is he looking to fight? I'm a Gregor fan, is why I asked. Yeah. Is he looking to do something? What's going on here?
I'll ask him. I'll reach out after this episode, but I just think.
Did that Kevin Lee fight rattle him? Did he get rattled in that fight?
Yeah.
Did that throw his confidence or ruin his motivation? Does that have anything to do with the outcome of that contest?
I don't. To be honest to you, I think the next fight will tell all.
Sure.
Either he's back to his old ways and didn't skip a beat, or you're gonna see this
Well, that was something me and Dennis have talked about with Gregor. Is we thought maybe the first loss he might be all right, I'm good.
Which he hasn't fought yet.
Yeah, but I think he's talked about it. Yeah, I've seen him say that he's coming back and whatnot, and go back and forth with fans on social media and shit. So I'm sure he's gonna fight again, but it wouldn't have surprised me because he doesn't love fighting. This isn't his first love. Like Dennis had said, fighting is his side chick. Wrestling was his first love, So he's just doing this to keep competing and whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it motivated him. I also wouldn't be surprised if he was like, I'm good, I'm done.
Sure.
But Gregor's another one. We shoot shots. The one time we had Gregor on, we actually tricked him. And we just called him. Something me and Dennis do sometimes, we'll just call people while we're on the air. And if they pick up, it's, yep, you're on Menace and The Man. How are you?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how you get a show off the ground. Guerrilla marketing right there.
Oh, the best is we did that to Uriah, too. Faber? Well, yeah. Dennis talked to him yo, can I get you on? He didn't answer, so then Dennis was like, I'm just going to call him. So he called him, and we almost had a candid Faber. He was like, yeah, that guy's on the sauce. He's taking all those supplements. And then we were like, oh, you're on. He's like, wait, I'm on? Hopefully I didn't say anything. Hopefully I didn't say anything.
But, awesome. You know how it is. Hey, you want to come on? Yep. What time? 5? Then, you can't do anything from, 4 p.m. on. It's almost even though you're going to come on at 5, it's what can I really do unless you do it wherever you're going to do the interview? That's why.
Sure.
That's why sometimes if you just hit me on the fly, yeah, what's up?
Boom. Here we go.
For some people, that works better. So.
Yeah. So next up, Chael, we're actually going to play. What's that? We're going to play the dating game. What's that thing? Marriage. We're going to ask marriage questions. We're going to play what's the game?
Oh, did you send her questions?
No, but I got questions, so we're just going to put them both on the spot. We're going to play.
Wait, who are we talking about? Who's her? What did I miss?
We're about to have Felicia Spencer come on the show, and we're going to play
okay.
We're going to have her and her husband, and we're going to play who steals the covers.
Her husband fights.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's she married to? Remind me.
His name is Todd Coppinger, I believe. He's an up and comer. I think they both kind of they both kind of started at the same time, but then life got in the way for him, work and whatnot. So she made it to the UFC. He's still fighting. I think he just had it.
Good for him.
Yeah,
good for him. Hey, she can get down. That girl can fight.
Yeah.
Felicia's tough as hell.
Yes. She actually just said, I said, we're finishing up with Chael, and then we're going to jump to you. She was like, wow, Chael's the man. So.
Well, tell her I said what's up. She knows I'm a fan, but what she went through with Cyborg, she's going to push Amanda. She is. That's going to be some minutes. Nobody's getting Felicia out of there in the first round. That I'm confident in telling you.
Yeah, she's got a chin.
For sure. She can take him to the body. She'll get up off the bottom. She's trying to win at all times.
Yes. As they would say for a man, I don't know what you'd say for a woman, but she's a stud.
She's a stud. I agree with that.
Yeah. So
we can ask her what the female version of that is.
It might be
Studette.
Yeah, it might be a stud still. Yeah, stud might apply for both. We'll have to check that. But Uncle Chael, submission.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're rushing me. No. You're not getting off with me. I have things to do. I have to go. Goodbye.
No. I was going to say Uncle Chael, Submission Underground this week. Thank you for putting on such an amazing show, but Uncle Chael, I like how he did that to us last time, too.
Now, do you think he likes that we're like, all right, hey, Chael, catch you, like, obviously you have things to do? Or he's like, motherfucker, I'll get off when I want,
Yeah, I guess. Nah, he's just a comedian. He knows what he's doing.
I'll ask. I'll make sure.
There we go. Felicia Spencer.
Oh, the dating game.
The dating game. And
The dating game.
it's Todd, right?
Yep, Todd.
Todd Coppinger?
Yep, Coppinger.
Todd Coppinger and Felicia Spencer, welcome back to Menace and The Man.
It's actually Felicia Coppinger.
Yeah.
Is it official? Like you
It is, but
Just not for
but
the-
for fighting, we are. I'm just
telling the world that.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I like it. Can
It's,
I see the rest of this room? That room looks awesome.
Oh.
It's just
We have an awesome wall behind us.
it's awesome. All this is our
Oh, that's a cool accent wall.
yeah. And then go into the kitchen. But yeah, it's just a small little room.
Yeah, he does it all though. We're in the process.
Oh, you're a carpenter?
I'm actually a roofer. That's what I specialize
But
in.
he does everything.
I do everything, but I don't like doing everything.
Wow,
But
so
I like
does
roofing.
Stan.
Yes, we were just talking to Chael. Chael said he's a handyman as well. That's what you got to be. You know who's not a handyman? Menace. Well, like we were talking to Chael, Menace is a coach. So like if you're roofing, Menace will be on the ground like that looks great, giving you that
You need a water. You need a hammer.
Is he one of those smucks, with all the money, just telling you what to do?
Yep.
Well, no, I'll get you things like beers, hammers.
Beer.
You need more siding here. I'm going to get lunch.
So you guys are in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
How is Orlando? Florida opened back up a little bit, right? Like you guys can go to the gym now.
Yep. America. Good old Florida.
Yeah, it's lifted a little bit. We're still pretty much living the same. Luckily, I had a couple people I was able to train with at the gym, like privately, just going into the gym empty and doing our thing and leaving. So I'm still not like, I'm kind of like still just staying away from everybody during their normal hours, just so I can say I did everything I could, if something crazy did happen.
Yes.
At least I put in my best effort, to not show up with a positive test.
Florida is wild right now, right?
Wild how?
Yeah, for most people that want to make it wild, us, we're like she's ruining all the fun because she has a fight coming up. So it's like,
No,
no going
I'm saying,
out.
like, I was just on the road here, and like I seen like Stan right after Memorial Day, like fucking all the roads are packed.
A little bit.
Traffic's almost back to normal. I'm like, fuck.
Well, even Florida was catching a lot of flack because Florida is like the spring break destination. When this whole thing first happened, spring break was still going on, and everyone's seen that the Chad meme. That one kid that was like, I don't give a shit if I get coronavirus. I had this vacation planned for 2 months.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of people out and about. But I know, I also know a lot of people who are still staying in a lot. So, but yeah, they're definitely out there. The stores are full. The roads are full, and we're in Orlando, so it's a bigger city too. But it's definitely feeling a lot more open, although we haven't indulged yet. I'm like, maybe after my fight, we'll come back and we'll have a picnic somewhere.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that having to go out. It's good. Send her out, make her do the shopping. It's all good.
So now all training couples are different. Are you guys able to train together? Like, are you holding mitts for her, Todd? Like, what goes on there?
Yeah, what happens is we do a little sparring here and there, and then she ends up fucking me up, breaking me.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
No. We roll. That's it. No more striking. I'm a big. I know I can't tell from it. It looks like she's a lot bigger than me, but I'm a big guy, and I don't want to hurt her. There's no reason for us to be trained together.
I mean, me personally, I'm trying to like get some tail layers. I'm like, whoa, good job, babe. You did so good. Ah.
Yeah, but like a situation
yeah,
like
no.
that, you can give her looks, Todd. You know, you can still give her the look of.
Just to yell at me.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm being lazy.
Yeah, I love telling
Yeah,
her
but
she's lazy.
Stan,
Shit to me. No,
Stan,
it's all
you
good.
sparred with a girl. Stan sparred with a girl. She hit him pretty good. So you're like, all right, we're doing this. Like, wow.
Oh yeah, I'll beat the shit out. Women are equal in my book. You can make more money than me. You can do anything I can do. I promise you. If you hit me like a man, I'm going to hit you back like a man.
Oh yeah.
It's like
My
you're
thing
even.
too.
Like I am all about being equality in my life. I will whoop your ass, woman. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, my thing
I
is
spar with him.
Menace doesn't spar girls. My thing is man, woman, 8 to 80. You can get it. I'll fight you the same way.
80.
I don't give a
I'm
shit.
8. Don't care. In the crib. Let's go.
Yep, pretty much. So,
But we still roll a lot we haven't for a long time because of everything. But yeah, we love to roll, give each other a good roll.
what happened to the wrist there, Todd?
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Well, the thing is, we have an 80-pound puppy,
Yeah, a bicycle.
and I was like, no, I'm not riding a bike with an 80-pound puppy. I mean, I have a fight coming up. I can't risk that. And
Yeah. Well, first off, no one was asking her to ride a bike.
Well, I was like, I'm not ever gonna hold a leash while I ride a bike anymore. I had a bad experience as a kid. I learned, and
What happened?
you know,
I was riding a bike, the mountain bike, actually hers, a purple mountain bike, like a cheap one from years ago. Sorry. And bike in one hand, dog in the other. I stood up to go faster because he was going faster. Went straight over the fucking handlebars and broke my wrist.
Ooh.
That just happened. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, we're not a casket.
I had flip flops on and sweatpants, and I had my phone like in my waistband and a lighter in my waistband. I was smoking a joint, like, oh, this is a great time, you know, out with my fucking awesome puppy dog, and next thing you know, I fucking fall over and
Are
break
you
my
and
wrist.
Stan
and
best friends?
Yeah.
And the lighter jabbed me in my gut, so I couldn't breathe, like I couldn't talk. And someone's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "I broke my wrist." I'm like leaning over, like I think I'm dying on internal bleeding.
The one thing I'm pretty good at, like, let's say I get hurt, but it's like not somebody else's fault. It's their fault. When I get up, I'm like, "You motherfucker! Why'd you do that?" Like, were you instantly mad at the dog?
No, he didn't pull on me or nothing. I instantly blamed Fee. I said, her fucking bike. I told her to buy a new fucking bike.
So
Shit bike. I'm like, this is.
the chain gave out.
Yeah, the chain just slipped.
Oh,
you know,
I know
stood
exactly
up.
what happened. You went to put the
Yeah.
torque where.
Yeah, I went over. But I protected my, you know, it's like that's what happened was when I went over, I didn't want to hit my head, so my hand went up and I just did a little shoulder roll, but that pressure just, it's like a chunk of it's broke off and it's broken down it.
That happened to me one time, and I was in like 7th grade. There were some girls ahead, and me and my boys were riding bikes. I was like, "Oh, yo, it's Julian. Let's go see what's up." And like, then it was like a race for us to get over there. I went really hard. Chain popped. My foot goes off. I fucking crash. Road rash. I got up like nothing happened. But they're like, "Dennis, like you're all right." I'm like, "Oh, fucking road rash." Like, yeah, fine.
No, I'm not okay.
What are you talking about? I meant to do that.
Right, yeah, bike crashes are not fun.
So-
I was like, I'm fucking old. I broke. I'm on a bike and I fucking broke my wrist. Like, what have I become?
Do you still own the
You're
bike?
trying to slide in like a last minute replacement on that UFC card.
Yeah, I was gonna pull some sneaky shit out. Right? I was gonna like kick someone down the stairs and be like, look, I can replace him. You know, everything's good.
Tape.
Tape it.
So now,
I would still do it. I'd have no problem. But, it's not broken. Yeah, no problem.
so yeah, something else that we could point out. This is the 3-timers club for Felicia. You're now in the 3-timers club of Menace and the Man. The first time, the first time we had you on hanging out.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. 3 times.
It's a reference to like Saturday Night Live. So in Saturday Night Live, the more you
Do I
hosted,
get like a jacket or like a hat or a t-shirt or
that's for the 4-timers
We'll
club.
send you something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do
that's
I have to send you like a Phenom headband first and then I get a shirt?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
We have our shirts being processed right now, so we'll absolutely send you each one out, a Menace and the Man shirt, once we get them. But so the first time we had Felicia on, we got to know her a little bit. AT&T was fucking up for us, so I wound up getting leg kicked because of it. Like I was Todd.
I've seen that.
I was to blame, Todd. I didn't do shit. AT&T fucked us up, but I got beat up for it. And then the second time, she told you guys had just gotten married. So we learned a little bit about that. And now you got a dog. What kind of dog did you get?
He's a Cane Corso, so he's like a Mastiff.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice
he's a
looking
big
dog.
boy.
Yeah, so a big dog.
Yeah, big
They
dog.
come
Yeah,
in two
big dog.
colors. There's tan or brindle. What'd you get?
There's actually a whole bunch of colors
Just black, right?
for him, but yeah, ours is brindle.
A gray
Okay.
brindle.
A
It's
gray,
not really
yeah.
brown.
A
It's a
gray
little bit
brindle.
brown.
Some people may call it a blue brindle.
So that's the first kid. That's the first kid, right?
Well, I already have. I had a daughter from my high school days, and so she's been tagged along for the past 9.5 years. So Adeline, which we got her when COVID started out. I got her from Illinois, so she's been here for this.
Yeah, normally she spends like summer times and as much as possible visiting. But doing homeschool and stuff, it just was worked out better because I'm home all the time, aside when I'm training, and it worked out that he's not just taking jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So her mom's working full time, and we're like, all right, we'll homeschool her. Like, we got 2 months of Addie. That's cool.
That's
Worst decision of my life. Worst. It's like, oh God, no, yeah, she's good. She's
She's been to a bunch of my fights, his fights. Like, she's kind of grown up. I met her. When I met her, she was 4, and now
4
she's
years old,
9. So it's pretty much like.
Yeah, since she was a baby.
Yeah.
So that's like the first kid, but now Fluffy's the first kid that we can like officially both beat him. Not really beat him, but discipline him, and we don't have to have repercussions down the line.
But he's 7 months old. He's 80 pounds. He's just a big.
Where is he? Bring him on.
He's laying over here. I'll go snatch him. He's a big jackass half the time.
Normally,
but he's a very smart dog.
Normally, when I'm trying to talk and do an interview, he's like.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Just send us a picture later.
Okay, good. I didn't want to get him anyways. Like, I have a broken wrist and he weighs 80 pounds. I was like, I'm gonna drag this fat ass over here just for him to start, chewing on shit.
So,
but he's good.
Are you from Florida, Todd?
I was born here. And my grandmother got sick in Illinois, and my mother left my father. So then we left Florida, and I was raised in Illinois, Lincoln, Illinois. I don't even like saying their name because they don't deserve acknowledgement. My family does, but yeah, so I'm from a small town in Illinois, Lincoln, right in the middle. And then I moved back here when I was like 20, 21 years old. Came back here.
All right.
Yeah, and then this shit happened. Yeah. Really ruined my life.
Ruined his plans to have fun in Florida.
Yeah.
And you're Canadian, right, Felicia?
I am Canadian. I did grow up most of my life in Florida, though. So people usually think I grew up in Canada, but I didn't.
All right.
Secret American.
They're selling the flyer. They're selling Canada tough, hard on your face.
Oh, they do this shit. Yeah. It is hilarious.
Well, it worked out. Like, the Canadian fans, like the first, but in the UFC, you have to pick, like, are you going to wear the outfit for Canada or the US? And I was going to alternate. Like, I wore the American outfit for my first fight, and I held the Canadian flag. And then my second fight was in Canada, so I was like, well, I have to hold the Canadian flag. I'm in Canada. Yeah. So it was twice in a row that I'm waving around the Canadian flag in the cage. So it was like, I think more people kind of, Canada got behind me, and they're like, she's Canadian. Like, the reception from the Canadians has been awesome. So I'm like, yeah, it's awesome to have pride in being Canadian. And, I'm not trying to hide that I'm American, but like, yeah, I'm a dual citizen. It's awesome. And hopefully I can tour the belt around Canada too.
That'd be dope.
That's the move.
Like, we still represent America. Like, we always got American flag,
I got an American flag.
Side.
Yeah, I got an American flag now. So I think I'm allowed to sew them together. I didn't know. See, all the guidelines, I was trying to follow the rules. I guess I'm allowed to sew the flags together, so I didn't know that until it was too late last time.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, I saw this moment. I remember last time we had you on, it was right after your last win. We were like, all right, so Amanda Nunes is next. This fight's next. And then the fight got booked. And then when Amanda Nunes pulled out, I saw you guys both posted on social media like, yo, you said to her, don't leave Florida. Like, stay here. We're going to make this thing happen.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, that fight's going to happen. Then Amanda Nunes said, no, it's not happening. I need training camp. I was like, oh, no, tell me this fight's going to fucking not happen.
Yeah.
So now rescheduled.
I was pretty confident. Yeah.
You got a couple.
I guess I had to.
You got a few more weeks to prepare.
Yeah, we got 4. It was pushed 4 weeks, exactly 4 weeks later than it was originally planned. So it extended my camp. You know, I've been in camp the whole time. Like, I never stopped because they told me even when it was like officially off for a few days, it was only off for a few days. They're like, hey, when stuff gets going, like, it's all going to come together really quickly. So just be ready to not have a lot of notice. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm still planning on May 9th. And then she needed more time. It was kind of, she didn't like give a date, but I was like, all right, well, it could be early June. I'm like, hopefully it'll be early June, but I'll just have to keep training like I'm in camp. So it's been the longest camp of my life, but luckily I've been really putting being smart at the forefront of everything, like take care of what I need to take care of, like with my body and like recover. And I didn't want to peak too soon, you know, and like tear my body down training for so long. But yeah, it all worked out great. And now we're like 11 days out and I'm feeling awesome.
Now, when she said she needed a training camp the whole 9, were you like, you're scared, you're pussy, or were you like, all right, you know, you've been a champ, you're a champ for the reason. Obviously, maybe you need your preparation. What was your?
I was like, I get it, but we kind of like, yeah, I already won the first
I'm in the
battle.
same
Like,
shoes as you.
I was
I'm ready to go.
prepared. Yeah, and if you think postponing it is, it's just better for me. Like, I was ready to go on May 9th, you know, so all those extra reps I'm doing is just not making it any easier to beat me. So
Okay.
Yeah, like
for me, I won the first battle already.
Oh, Chael Sonnen.
I was pissed off. I knew that. I was super
Yeah, he was
pissed.
like, that's fucked up. Like, I was like, God. But you know, I gotta keep my, you know, I can't like roll into all that emotion and get upset about it. Otherwise, it'll come out. You know.
I wasn't trying to like roll her
No.
into all that emotion,
You're
but
just an emotional guy.
she doesn't get emotional enough. Like, we should make a video and talk some shit.
No, I can't. I'm
Well,
like,
yes.
oh yeah, I get it.
something Menace.
You just start all the shit for her, dude.
No. She's her own woman. You know, it's like if someone wants to hear what I have to say,
Bro, you guys should make a
then they'll have me
video.
on that show and ask
We
me.
collaborate.
You guys should make a video with Todd Hype Man and her in the back. Like, Felicia, what do you think of this fight? It's gonna be a good
Like
fight.
the Key and Peele thing.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Like one of them talking and then Obama. Like,
No.
what
Here's
exactly-
exactly.
I would need Dave Chappelle next to me to get away with the shit I want to
Here's
say.
exactly what you do. Next time she's talking to her mother, you film her like from her mom's side. So you can only see her face talking, right? And then you lip over, even though it's not what she's saying, you just talking a ton of shit. Like, yo, bitch, I'm going to fuck you up. And you can't do, like, that'd be amazing. But it's your voice, not even her voice.
Yeah, it's like
Only
she
her
says that's
face.
a good
That'd be
idea.
awesome.
But at the same time, I like a good laugh. I love
would go
fucking
viral,
people,
I'm
but they
telling
got to
you.
give me a reason for it. You know, it's like
Okay.
being a loser. If you lose, I'll give you some shit for that. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the internet's undefeated, so you got to watch what you say in the same sense.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
But yes,
Sorry.
something Menace said before too. Chael Sonnen said hello. He said he's a big Felicia Spencer fan.
Really? He said that?
Yes.
Shit, he just said when you got your ass whooped by Cyborg, that was the greatest fight ever.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of Chael. I don't think I've ever had the honor of speaking with him. But that's awesome.
And then we didn't pick the fight or go too into detail, but he said he knows that Amanda's in for a war when that fight happens because you're not getting put away easily. If getting put away at all, yeah. So.
Right. Yeah. I get better as the fight goes on. So I'm excited for those later rounds if it gets there.
And if you two have any insight on what cage they're going to be using at the Apex Center, are they using the smaller cage?
Yep. Yeah, I'm seeing reports.
Like, Amanda, if you're watching this is it. It's game over. It's game over.
Yes. Amanda too is a counter puncher. She has that stick and move, and she circles. Similar, we were talking about Woodley versus Burns. It's a similar matchup where Woodley likes to circle the outside and then just fire that big too. That's similar to Amanda Nunes' game.
Yeah, I really hope. Yeah, I hope Woodley can win that
I think
fight.
things played in my favor in this fight. So I'm I'm just excited to be there.
Oh, we gotta
I'm
go.
not talking Amanda out by any means either. She's a go. I can't wait to get a picture with her. Oh, nice.
I want her to sign your cast.
Yep.
We got to go Gilbert in that fight. You know what we do here? We were just saying to Chael, what we do at Menace and The Man, if you come on the show, we root for you when you fight.
Nice.
So
you had Gilbert on?
we have Gilbert's a friend of Menace's. Gilbert's a friend of the show, so we're going Gilbert. Woodley
Good.
Woodley responds to us, but then crickets us when we ask him to come on. So
I got Gilbert in the first, Woodley if it's a decision.
yes.
That's what I've been saying. You can't just copy my. All right.
You're full of shit.
I said it first, but yeah, I could see Gilbert. A lot of people have been asking me for that pick. I'm like, I hate doing picks. I hate doing fight picks.
All right, we won't ask you then.
But
Good. They don't want to know.
yeah. But that's pretty much what I would say.
And then we're rooting for Felicia Spencer in this fight as well, because the 3-Timers Club, Amanda Nunes is in the O-Timers Club, the 0-Timers Club.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
So
I
real.
hope so. I'd be fucked up if you didn't. No, I'm kidding.
No. So real quick before we let you guys get out of here, how'd you guys meet?
Again,
Yeah.
at the jungle. Walked in. Seen a big old booty laying on the mat.
Oh wow.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I know, right? It was shit. And that was a weight class to go to, so it was a whole nother level of booty.
Wow. And you're like, you want to grapple?
No. First, I kicked her in her titties a few times in kickboxing class.
Hang on, that gets their attention.
Man, it's like I wish I could have been doing some speed bag drills. That would have been fun. No. Yeah, when I seen her the first time when I walked in the gym, I seen her. I said, oh, there's a cute girl. I like this gym. I want to go here. There's cute girls
Yeah, I'm gonna
here.
stay here.
Yeah, and the Kimbo Killer, he's the owner, so that was pretty cool to me.
Seth Petrozelli.
Yeah, Petrozelli, yeah, call him the Kimbo Killer. But with all respect to Kimbo Slice, But yeah, we met there.
And if I remember, we trained a couple times.
Well, Felicia, we already have your side of the story. We want his.
I got your side.
Yeah, go ahead.
See,
Yeah.
she's a goddamn hog. She's a hog everywhere.
Hang on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if they match up.
Okay.
Oh, see, they match up. All right, so didn't really talk to her much. Did like a kickboxing class. Kicked her in her hoo-haws. Apologized. She said, "Oh, it's fine. Come on, keep on going." She's looking at me like a dumbass. She's like, "Come on, let's go." Right? And I'm like, "Let's go hit you again in the titties, or like keep on going." Oh, there he is. Here's the dog. Fluffy. Either way, so we keep on. I'm trying to spit game at her during classes. She's not having it at all. She has a fight coming up. Her fight ends. I get an ad on Facebook. She's stalking me. Oh, yeah, it was bad.
Want to see little more.
I was like, she is a freak. What is going on here? And no. So she, I call her, or I'm on it. I was like, stalking me. She's like, no, I just add people that go to the gym, blah, 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 friends. And then I just started like spitting game at her saying,
like, do you eat food?
Are you going out for dinner? Yeah. Do you eat food? I can tell you must eat a lot of food, No, and I said, oh, do you have any like dinner plans? She goes, no. I said, how do you not have a 5-star dinner every night, girl? Just saying stupid shit, But like, still very respectful. I'm a very. People might think I'm crazy sometimes, but I have a lot of nieces, a lot of females in my family. I'm very respectful when it comes to the women. But like I said, at the same time, I'll still punch them if they punch me.
Right.
So yeah, I asked her if she'd like to go out and doing lunch because I was going back to Illinois to visit for something, and she said yeah. So we met up at Jason's Deli, and I don't know. I guess we talked and yeah.
Any booze or no booze?
No booze. No, I think she had just got done with the fight.
Yeah.
She had just got done with the fight. That was it. But then like the second day.
After training.
Was after training. We went to
When did you seal the deal? When you were like, gotcha?
Spaghetti at her house.
Oh, you made
When she
spaghetti
got-
at her house?
Nah, it's when she got me.
Oh.
She made me spaghetti. She invited me over for some spaghetti. I'm a sucker for pasta. Well, either way, yeah. So she had me over for. She said it was the third date. She had me over. She's like, fourth. Oh, Sports Town. Yeah, we got drunk there. Blah, blah, blah. Did the whole man thing. Oh, I fixed your light. Oh, I'm a big, strong man. I can take care of you, honey. I'm like, just a good old stupid shit. And then, we had pasta, spaghetti. I made rice, and I didn't know really how to make rice. So she's like, just put a cup of rice in. Next thing you know, I have fucking like 4 pounds of rice. Fucking overflowing.
I'm gonna jump in the shower.
Yeah.
You cook the rice, and that didn't work out. So
Yeah, it didn't work out. So just laughed that off. And so that was it. Yeah. And then I knew I had her when I didn't know I had her. I knew it was something special. And like I said, I roofed. So I got home late one night drunk. And I was just all drunk. Oh, I love you. I love you. And then when I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh my God. And she's just like grinning. She's like, like, you know, just me saying I love you. And, you know, if she can
But
put
you
up
didn't.
with I did say I love you.
You did,
When I was
but you
drunk.
didn't love her actually.
It was
that
like
time,
on the
or-
5th date.
Yeah, it was no, it was on 5th date. It was straight.
So you didn't
drunk
love her
talk.
on the 5th date.
No, he loved her, but the alcohol made him
loved
say
her.
it. Yeah.
Hard.
Oh, I felt so hard. I didn't care. You know, like
We
You know.
really clicked. We clicked really quickly, and we actually moved in together like 2 months in.
The alcohol blew up your spot, basically.
It was.
the alcohol just. Yeah, I did. Well, it didn't because like I said, I don't like wasting time too because at the same time I do
but
have
you
a
won't,
daughter, so I'm
right?
like, I want something, you know, I don't want no bimbo and this and that. And it's like, you're telling me you go to college, you're a fighter. I said, and look at you. I said, no one got you yet. I better get you. Like, I'm going to fuck up if I let this slip by, you know. It's not every day a dummy like me gets to meet a woman like her. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. So I got it.
Stan's gonna send you that
Next
clip.
thing you know.
You can send it to her on your anniversary.
What was that?
Stan's gonna clip that little piece for you. He's gonna send it to you. You give it to her on your anniversary next year.
Yeah. Oh, there's our dog too. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And then we had been together before, you know, we just recently got married, but we were together so long and we're so on the same page. We're like, we don't need to get married. Like,
All right.
Government.
So we got the first date. We got Todd said I love you first. Now you guys been married for
No. It was T-Flop. That's my drunk personality.
Oh, that's your
T-Flop
alter
said, I
ego.
love you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
what is it? T-Flop?
That's my drunk alter ego. Yeah. Drunk. And then I got the fighting alter ego, the savage cop. I'm sure I got a lot of problems.
He's got a lot of personality.
Yeah. But it's good. It's a good trait to have.
And now, so Todd smokes weed. Felicia, do you get down with the devil's lettuce?
I prefer edibles, you know, when I'm able to do them. But yeah, definitely.
She just loves eating. It's like she just loves to eat. She just.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm really careful, like, fight time, you know.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I can't.
Yeah, she's not smoking or nothing right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but post fight, you're indulging.
yeah. My
Yeah.
always hooks me
Like-
with lots of brownies. But, like, I really like that my tolerance is so low that I don't need very much, you know.
Yeah. We're
I
not.
I don't enjoy it being, like, super high, but I do, yeah, I enjoy it. It feels good.
She could like.
In the right time. I don't like doing it, like, in the morning, but, like, depending on what's going on, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm, like, a pothead, but, like, you know, yeah. You know.
I could do it all day. Not all day, especially like
Hey,
children.
that's how
and all
Stan
that.
works. That's the only way he does work.
So who?
Yeah, that can work. Yeah, you get high, and then if something's messed up, you're like, I was high. Duh, it's not right.
I'm actually one of those like crazy focus potheads. When I smoke, I attack tasks. So I could smoke and then I'm in the zone. Yeah, I was one of those.
Couldn't do it. I probably can't even write my own name when I'm high. No.
All right,
I
well,
hate working out.
it's been a pleasure, Todd. We'll make this a regular thing. We definitely have many more relationship questions that will continue another time. But real quick, the last question we'll ask: who wins arguments?
Ooh.
Oh.
It's 50-50.
Good job.
Yeah. It's
I'm
like,
kidding. Like, I'll admit it when I'm wrong. Like, yep, you're right. Yeah, I was wrong
Yeah,
on that
she
one.
hates it too. And I'm wrong. Yeah. Look, she's like, she doesn't hate it. She fucking hates it. See that? That's a perfect example of it.
No, I really make an effort to not be a crazy bitch.
Yeah, we're like, we're so cool. That's the thing. It's like, it just works out well when, it always seems so corny when we say it too. It's like, oh, we just don't argue. It's like,
Oh, we do, but like, yeah.
That's good, though. You guys got the balance. You need the balance.
Yeah, we got a good balance.
We
It's
never
like,
put each other down when it's about what we're talking about and nothing else. Like, nothing else gets put in when it's not supposed to be put in.
and I like holding on to stuff. It's like, if you say something, I'm the type of guy, I'll always remember it. Like 10 years down the line, it's like, why the fuck did he hit me in my leg with a bat? It's like,
All right.
talk shit about my waffles. Like, watch your shit.
Well, me and Menace are no relationship gurus, but we're obviously men. We know what's going on. You guys have a great aura about you. So many years of health and happiness.
Yes.
Oh, there's the dog.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, yeah, that's a monster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's
Thank you. Yeah.
what's the dog's name?
Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Off of Harry Potter.
Fluffy, I like that.
I never seen Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, dude, I swear to God, she's not coming on your shit again until you watch it. All right.
Stan will watch it.
Yeah, good. Someone watch it. Have your wife watch it.
I'll watch it. No marriage for me. That's a death
No
sentence.
marriage.
No, that's a death
All
sentence
right.
for me.
Have your cat watch it.
No, I'm not. I'm a man. I would never have a cat. I'm a dog guy, if anything.
It's always good to have a pussy laying around.
Yes. All right.
All right, things are going crazy. Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank you guys so much.
All right,
So Felicia, good fight June 6th. Hopefully you get it done.
Thank you.
And then let's get you back on after the fight, and we'll toss some beers back.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Todd, it was.
I get a T-shirt on the 4th time, right? I get your word for
Yes.
Yep, 100%. And we'll send you some Gfuel, and we'll send Todd.
yeah,
We'll send Todd some Turp House.
What's
that. What's that?
It's
CBD?
our CBD THC sponsor, so we'll hook you up.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, CBD.
Yes. Todd, it was great meeting you. Felicia, always a pleasure. We'll definitely talk to you guys soon.
See y'all later. Thanks a lot.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake it.
What do you got going on, Menace?
I gotta roll, dude. I got to go. My motorcycle's done.
What were you having done to your motorcycle?
I killed the battery.
Bro, I think we should send Chael Sonnen some Gfuel.
Yeah.
And we're going to send Chael a Menace and The Man shirt.
Yeah.
Your boy Mike Prokop over at Crown is making them for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Episode what?
Episode 78, Menace. It was a good time.
All right. I love you, Stan.
Yeah.
Oh, I was drinking. I didn't mean it. All right. Catch you later, big dog.
All right. Love you too, Menace. Talk to you soon.
Oh, see you later.